Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Portia the Communicator, and in this video, we're going to talk about 4 ways that you can heal from narcissistic abuse. But before we dive in, I just want to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new and you haven't joined the tribe, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free so that you don't miss out on powerful, transformative coaching content. If I say anything in this video that resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up, share the content if you know someone else needs to hear it, and join the conversation in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and it helps push more of my content through the algorithm so that more people can see this just like you are. All right, so without further ado, I want to talk about 4 ways to heal from narcissistic abuse. And the reason I'm talking about this is because this has hit me on a personal level in so many different ways. Not only have I been the victim of romantic narcissistic abuse, but also coming to terms with narcissism within my own family. And so with that, I want to talk about thing number 1 that you got to realize when it comes to healing from narcissistic relationships. I've mentioned in my last video, if you haven't seen it, by the way, I do encourage you to go watch it because I talk about the signs of narcissism in a person in case you want to know what those are, and then you can come back to this video. But the first thing is you cannot just heal from a relationship or from one narcissistic partner, because that can often be very short-sighted. To truly get the full healing that is necessary, you have to go back to the source. You have to get to the source of narcissism in your life, which is often looking at your family of origin in order to truly heal. Because typically, when you go back to childhood and you look at the ways in which you were reared, that is when you are going to start seeing the signs and the patterns and the molding and the structuring of beliefs and behaviors that told you and taught you that entertaining and normalizing people with narcissistic behavior was okay. It was okay to walk on eggshells because that's what your mom did around your dad, or vice versa, or that's what you had to do with your own mother or with your father. And so you were taught to have low self-worth. Sometimes it may be the religious structures that you grew up in, certain belief systems that tell you that there's nobility in struggle, that you are somehow praised and prized of God if you think lowly of yourself and make other people feel better above you. Okay. Those are narcissistic belief systems that will have you treating other people throughout the whole of your life that same way. So you learn how to have low self-worth. You learn how to prop someone else up above you. And the people who get propped up are usually the narcissists. And those are the ones who know who you are. They come preying on you because they can see it a mile away. They can see you a mile away as being someone who they can tower above and have superiority over. They know that you need them just as much as they need you. You need them to make yourself feel better because you're so lowly. And they need you to make them feel even more haughtier than what they already are, even though they probably feel lower than you do. It's a weird parasitic situation. But in order to heal, you've got to go back to the origin of a thing. And that can be very difficult to look at the ways in which the people closest to you, again, be it family structures, religious belief systems, cultural or community dynamics, looking at how all of that has played a part in the ways in which you have shown up expecting to interact with narcissistic people and thinking that it's been okay. So that is a prerequisite for the second thing that I'm going to talk about as far as healing from narcissism. When you are serious about truly healing, the next inevitable thing is going to be going through therapy. I am a life coach. I highly advocate for going through counseling and therapy to help you rid yourself of the programming and the pain and all of the residual that you may currently be experiencing as it relates to narcissistic people and relationships. Going through therapy also means identifying and enforcing healthy boundaries. So that means the moment you feel or hear someone approaching you or talking to you crazy or doing something that does not align with your peace and wellness, cut it off. Remove yourself. Make sure that you are not surrounding yourself in environments or in conversation with people who exhibit these behaviors, because it only takes you steps back from your healing progress. And part of going through therapy is really embarking upon a self-love journey. In fact, I would venture to say self-love may be the umbrella, and therapy is a piece of that underneath it, because you've got to begin to start loving yourself more than the people you once esteemed who were the narcissists, because that is also how you take back your power and reclaim yourself. You have got to love yourself more. And loving yourself more means choosing yourself over anyone else, not in a selfish, malicious, nasty, negative, vile way, but in a balancing way, because so much of you has been on the opposite end of the extreme, where all you've thought about and done has been helping other people, propping them up at your own expense, at your own demise, while you continue to go down and down and down, running yourself into the ground. No, you have got to balance out and come back to center. And so a lot of the healing journey is going to look or feel selfish, especially for someone like you, if all you've been accustomed to dealing with are narcissists. Because that's one thing I will say: when you go through this healing journey, be prepared that they may call you selfish, because all of a sudden you're not giving over your entire life force, energy, and supply to them. They are actually the selfish ones, and they'll call you out for the same behavior they are guilty of. So just keep that in mind, but it doesn't matter, because when you go through a self-love journey and you prioritize yourself, that is what will likely tick a narcissist off, because you're not there going along with their narcissistic program anymore. And that's when they start panicking, because they realize they don't have power and control over you like they once did. Which leads to the third way to heal from narcissistic abuse. You've got to cut ties. I was on the elliptical the other day and I heard plain as day, breaking generational curses means breaking generational ties. And sometimes that means going no contact. It's like thinking about an addict who is trying to recover from drug addiction. Well, that addict is not going to be able to effectively do that sitting in a crack house. It just doesn't work like that. When you want to heal from abuse, you cannot be surrounded by your abuser. If you think that your abuser is going to apologize and help fix and heal you, that does not work either. And so a lot of times, in order to truly and effectively heal, it means cutting contact or dramatically decreasing it. And any type of contact that you do have, it's on your terms. It's when you're ready. It's when you're available. It is only on the level that you are comfortable with. So maybe that means we're not talking about 90% of the things in life. Maybe that means I'm not seeing you 95% of the time, or I'm not seeing you at all. Because as long as you're in their presence on any level, what it communicates is, number one, that they've still got you in their orbit. Number two, that everything that they've done and everything that they are is okay, that nothing within you has changed. So they are not going to change. They're going to continue doing the same things over and over. And so to truly heal, you've got to cut off their supply and you've got to stop the bleeding. You've got to stop the giving. You've got to stop the exchange, the mental, emotional, energetic, and spiritual exchange with these individuals so that you can truly focus on yourself and truly experience the healing in totality that you deserve. Now, in order to start this healing, in order to embark upon that self love journey, I do want to share quickly that I have just released, actually last month, self love digital toolkits to help you begin the work of inner healing and truly loving yourself. You are going to receive daily things to process, journal out, different rituals and activities to do, certain things that are going to help you reprogram and refocus your mind on the place that it's needed to be this entire time. When it comes to healing and really loving yourself, I want to encourage you to go ahead and get that. They are extremely well priced. The link for the toolkits are in the description box beneath this video. So I hope that you will take advantage of that and start your self-love journey today. Oh, and lastly, if you are wanting to work one-on-one with me to come out and heal from dysfunctional, negative, narcissistic relationship experiences and into the life of love and healthy partnership that you desire, I do have a one-on-one program titled Rewire for Love. If that interests you and you'd like to learn more, I have a free consultation link where you can book a call with me so we can discuss how my program may be a good fit for you to help you achieve the dreams in your mind and heart. Now, on to the last thing that I'll discuss in this video as far as a way to heal from narcissistic abuse. You want to prioritize and forge healthy relationships. And if you're not exactly sure on what healthy means, some examples of that are: number one, reciprocity. So that means whatever it is that you are giving out, you are receiving back. If you are listening, so are they. If you are sharing, so are they. If you are being authentic, so are they. If you are being loving, so are they. If you are being supportive with what they've got going on, so are they when it comes to what you've got going on. Healthy relationships also mean prioritizing the people who honor and value your needs and boundaries. So when you say you need X, Y, and Z, or you don't want to do X, Y, and Z, they're not going to push the envelope and intrude themselves upon what has clearly been defined as your boundary line. They're going to respect you as you are learning to respect and love yourself. They're going to emulate that. And anyone who does not do that, those are not people in relationships that we prioritize anymore. So part of the healing is being able to let go of the dysfunctionality of narcissistic people and all that comes with that, and prioritizing and welcoming in and looking for those relationships that are the complete opposite. The more healthy relationships you have, filling the space, the more of an inner and outer world you create for yourself that is based on your healing and your wellness, so that any type of dysfunction when it comes to narcissism doesn't even have room or space to enter your life. Your ability to see and call something out is that much greater because you've been living in the realm of the complete opposite so much more. And here's a bonus one too, because most of the time, narcissism thrives in deception. It thrives in the lie. And what really drives narcissism away is the fact that you stand boldly 10 toes down in truth. Continue to utilize your voice and call out things as you see them, when you see them, or completely disconnect, detach, discontinue, disengage when you notice things that are narcissistic or out of alignment. When you live by universal, spiritual, practical truth, and you let them know, or you let it be known that you don't do deception, you're not down for illusion anymore. When you let them know that, that is also a protective mechanism that lets people like that know that you are not one to prey upon, that you are no longer a source of narcissistic supply. They can't get away with the same stuff they used to. And so that also shields and protects you. But I want to know, I'm going to stop talking now. I want to hear from you. What are some ways that you feel people can heal from narcissistic abuse? And if you've gone through this healing journey, what are other ways that you've done it outside of what I may have mentioned? Please share it for the community here to receive more insight on. If you're still watching this video, I want to take the time to thank you. I do hope that what I have shared has been insightful and impactful. And if it has, give this video a thumbs up, share the content if you know it can be helpful for somebody else, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you here as part of this growing and thriving community that I am envisioning and hoping to build. So I want to thank you again for watching this video with me. Until the next one, take care and bye for now.